Hello from Canada. It's December 25th. I hope you're having a lovely Christmas. It's noon. I just returned. I went downtown to where I work here in Brantford, Ontario, where I work on the weekends, well, it's the epicenter of the homeless and the opioid crisis. So I was down there this morning at 5:30 a.m. and I took 6 or 8 little few second long videos of what I see every day when I'm working there. And well, I'm on the streets a lot with the homeless. But anyways, I can't film. I've been admonished not to film while I'm at working. So, I won't post those videos today because they're the videos that I've mentioned before that I hope make you angry. So I won't post those today. Instead, a feel-good story. My sister is a lovely, warm-hearted individual, and she said, what can we do over the Christmas holidays for the homeless? And I said, well, as you know, sister, there's no shortage of food for them. And over the Christmas holidays, I imagine there'll be more people bringing food. So, there's little point in us trying to do anything with that. And indeed, yes, yesterday I saw a lot of people bringing food of all sorts downtown for the homeless. There was also a very big do in the park with food and blankets and clothes and all kinds of stuff. I didn't go over and attend that, and I didn't film any of it. So anyways, the sister had said to me before I went to work on the weekend, and she said, well, here, I can spare $10. Do you think you could find somebody to give it to that isn't just going to go spend it on the bad stuff? You know what I mean? I said, well, to be truthful, I'd be hard-pressed at that location to do that. However, you'll feel better. I'll take your $10. So yesterday at work, there's a seniors residence, and I cleaned the elevator and the little lobby mezzanine there. I try to keep that especially clean for the seniors, and often I, accompany some old gal who feels intimidated or threatened by some of the homeless. Well, the drug abusers anyways. So I'm cleaning there, and in comes shivering a young girl I know. I'll just call her Elle. She comes shivering in. I don't know what her story is or where she sleeps. She's not in a shelter. She comes shivering in. Oh, I can't feel my hands, my feet. How are you, Scott? And I was like, hey, Elle. Now, Elle does a bit of meth, but she doesn't do the fentanyl, thank goodness. Elle has the mentality of a 12-year-old. I mean, she has a big heart, but she's fallen through the cracks of society. Again, I don't know her story. I have no idea where she comes shivering out. I see her, well, every day that I work there. So I said, here, I'll take this $10. Go over to the Tim Hortons, have a coffee, a muffin, hang out, whatever, get warm, whatever you want to do. So gratefully, she shivers off on her way. And then later in the afternoon, I'm down in the other end of the place I work. Somebody's kicked out a window, and there's Elle. She's trying to pick up the glass shards from, it's another elevator, mezzanine type of thing. I said, Elle, what are you doing? Don't be doing that. She said, well, Scott, you're so good to us all, and I just wanted to help you out a little. And I said, no, yeah, they pay me. I have a broom and a dustpan. Come on, stop that, right? So she stands there and she looks at me for a minute, and she's kind of thinking about it. And she fishes around and she pulls out a loonie. She says, here, take this loonie. I was like, Elle, I gave you 10 loonies this morning. Well, this one I got left. Just take it. It's the only thing I have for you. Okay, Elle. Thanks. I'll give it back to her and more another morning. And then, just because I'm rambling, and may as well keep rambling, at the end of the day, I'm just leaving the location, and a woman pulls up and she has bags of oranges here on her passenger seat. And she doesn't want to get out of her vehicle she's intimidated by, again, this is Trade Central. You know what I mean? The cops just walk right on by. The trade and the consumption is of no concern to them. I'm not going to pass judgment on that topic for another video. Subject matter of. Anyways, I said, okay, I'll just run these oranges back up for you, no problem, right? And when I came back down, she was still there, and I said, hey, are you going, west? And she says, well, I guess it's east, actually. Sorry, east. She says, well, yeah, I am. And I said, well, how about giving me a ride? My feet are sore. I just walk all day, right? And I got more than a mile walk to and fro from work. The car's still unreliable. I can't afford that. But anyways, so I'm riding with her. And when we stopped, we ended up chatting for about an hour. There's a lot of things she didn't know. She's involved in one of the local senior centers. So anyways, I said, do you do this often? And I mean, she's a pensioner. She just barely gets by. Well, we discussed her finances to some extent. She just doesn't have a lot at the end of the month, like, well, the new normal in Canada. But she goes out every week, once a week, and distributes some food. And she says, well, I don't know where else to go. Because I was saying to her, this is the last place you really need to come to. There's an abundance, and where you really need to go are to the camps. Because the camps, the tent cities, there's a lot of people there who don't go downtown, except maybe to pick up their check, go to the bank, do something they have to do with the support systems that are available. Because they just don't want to go there. It's an ugly, and to some extent, yes, you have to admit, a dangerous place. You can be victimized there if you don't know what you're doing. And so I said to her name's Elle too, I'll say. Not to be confused with the earlier Elle. I said, well, how about you and we get together. Here's my email. We'll go to one of the camps, because you don't want to go there alone. We'll go there. You'll see the reality, and we'll see what we can do to get you set up that, once a week you can go there safely. So we're going to hook up, and when we do, I'll have some footage of what a real tent city looks like in Canada. But I see I've crossed the 8-minute mark, so I'll leave the video here now. Merry Christmas, everyone. Wherever you are in the world, I appreciate the comments, appreciate when you say where you're from, Texas, wherever the case may be. Merry Christmas from Canada, everyone.